The convicted murderer, Rosemary Ndlovu, maintains her innocence but has asked the families of her victims for forgiveness. In the pre-sentencing proceedings, Ndlovu reiterated that she did not order hits on her 5 relatives and her boyfriend. The former police officer was last month found guilty of murdering her lover as well as 5 other relatives. Judgment is expected to be meted out at 2 p.m. this afternoon. But for the latest on this, we are joined now by Zikhona Tshona, who is at court following this case for us. Zikhona, a very good afternoon to you. Give us some highlights as to the content of this judgment hearing so far from around 10 this morning, which is when it began.
So Rosemary Ndlovu took to the stand, as you've mentioned. She's apologized to the families of the deceased, not saying that she killed their loved ones, but reiterating that she is innocent in this case, saying that she's apologizing because in their heads they believe that she is the one that killed their loved ones. As I've mentioned, she maintains her innocence. She says she did not commit any of the crimes that she has been found guilty of. Understand also the state bringing forward 5 other witnesses, including families of the victims of Rosemary Ndlovu, as well as a criminologist. All 4 family members have told the court how they have suffered as a result of losing their loved ones. In particular, children have been left without a father and mother. One of the family members saying that their daughter struggled to cope after losing her mother, saying that she would often go outside the house and sit alone and cry, and that he himself would cry in an attempt to try and comfort his child. Their youngest son struggled in school as a result of losing his mother, also stating that he actually became stubborn and started crying when other kids would speak about their mothers on the street. The criminologist is telling the court that she believes that the only sentence for Nldovu is direct imprisonment, believing that she should go to Mampuru prison. She has asked the court to be kept at Johannesburg prison, but Mampuru prison is a recommendation by the criminologist who has testified in these pre-sentencing proceedings.
Listening to the criminologist and her giving her assessment of how she views Rosemary Ndlovu's state and specifically her psychological and mental state and how that would impact the role that she would play in society. Could you recap that for us, Zikhona?
Well, the criminologist has told the court that Rosemary Ndlovu has not shown any remorse or empathy or guilt for the crimes that she has been found guilty of, also stating that if she were to return into society, she actually could commit other violent crimes, and also stating that she is a danger to society, that she should be imprisoned and try and see if she can get help in prison. But the criminologist has also told the court that given her behavior, given the fact that she is not accepting the crime that she has committed and that she has been found guilty of, it's very unlikely that she will take advantage of the assistance that the Correctional Services Department, for example, provides, also stating that Rosemary Ndlovu could be classified as a serial killer given the violent crimes that she has committed, and that there is no rehabilitation for serial killers in the South African Correctional Services Department. But should she be in prison, she should try and take advantage of any help that is inside prison. But of course, she has also described Rosemary Ndlovu as very reluctant to talk and as a very stubborn client to interact with. So not much good coming out of her character, the description of her character that is by that criminologist.
And we did hear Myberg as well just saying that she lacks any sort of remorse and any sort of empathy. But court has adjourned for now. Where to from here, Zikhona?
We are expecting the sentence to be handed down just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. The state has asked the court to hand down a life imprisonment for Rosemary Ndlovu. So we are expecting the court proceedings to get underway from around quarter to 2 this afternoon.
So 1:45 it is. Zikhona will be back in court with you at that time. That's Zikhona Tshona covering the sentencing of Rosemary Ndlovu.